Hello, guys. Welcome back to my reading journal series. This is the second episode in that series. So the book that I have today, or that I completed this time, was a really good book. It was a very holiday related book. It's called 3 Holidays and a Wedding. And I thought it was just like going to be a typical cheeky old book. Like the basic holiday story, but it was actually really good. It caught my attention from the day one, or like from day one. And it was pretty good. I guess I do have to give some credit to me finishing that book really quickly, to me being able to read it at work, where I had like very slow days at work, so I would just read that. But yeah, it was a really interesting, or it actually got me interested in it. Anyways, right here you can see that the pages of my journal are very thin, so I have to line them up with some other paper. So that's what I'm doing right now. And then I'm just gonna cut off the excess. But yeah, I like this book, the book previous to this one, it took me a long time to finish. So this book, when I finished it really quickly, I was like, whoa, like what happened? And this was a book that like I read like 4 hours straight on my flight. So, it had to be good that I didn't want to go to sleep, or I wasn't bored of it, to put it away or anything like that. But yeah, my reading challenge prompt for this book was Muslim fiction. So the author is a Muslim, and the book includes Muslim people in it, hence Muslim fiction. I think I had half read a book of the same author before, but at that time I didn't get the motivation to finish the book, so I did return that one, so I stopped that in the middle. This book, by return it, I mean not to the store, but to the library. I don't usually I buy books, but like most of the time, or recently, I haven't been buying books because I'm like, I don't have places to keep them. And then I've noticed after I read it once, I don't really go back and read it again. So it's like a waste. So I just get my books from the library. But this time, because I was traveling, I was like, okay, if I finish this book while I'm traveling, I get to buy a new one from there, which is also going to fulfill one of my prompts for the reading challenges: buy a book that you bought on vacation or on a trip. So there's that. So that was also motivation for me to finish it, but also the story, it kept me very engaged, and I was hooked onto the characters pretty quickly, I would say. Yeah. Here I am. So in this spread, actually, I'm going to be using stickers. Well, I think I barely use any that I'm talking about, but I have sticker books, right? And they have some Christmas themed stickers, which I'm never gonna use because I don't celebrate Christmas. But this was one of the very few occasions where I was like, oh, I can actually use those stickers, because this book has Christmas as the theme. So yeah, Christmas, Hanukkah, and Eid, they're all in the same time, same week, I would say, in the book. Those happened back in 2000. So yeah, that's what this was about. Here I am ruining my title for this review. I don't know, I thought I should write the wedding part in, but it didn't look that nice. But also, whatever, it's okay. Because of the book cover, and just because it's winter themed, I chose blue shades, blue and gold for the wedding. But yeah, there it is. There's a Christmassy sticker. So I actually had a lot more, but I guess I didn't end up using them. So you see, I have like some stickers on the right side of the screen right now, not what I'm holding. And those were like some creepy Christmas stickers and just like general emoji ones too that I had cut out previously. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use these in there. And I totally forgot about them. And I wasn't trying to like make my like spread more than like these 2 pages. So I ended up not using them. These stickers, however, I created these stickers myself, like drew them out and whatever. But yeah. They actually went with like some of the themes of the story, so that's or some of the lessons. So that's why I have those. I will soon like cut them out so they won't look like totally like random circles just in a line. Like what? But yeah. Okay. So about the book. Like actually about the book. Should I go in? Or should I tell you about the story? Okay, let me say oh yeah, one thing in this video I don't have Limo out, so you don't see her anywhere. But in the story, like it was a good story, right? So basically you have all the 3 holidays at the same time, and all these people, they get stranded because of a snowstorm. I'm not trying to like ruin it for you guys, but also like I have to tell you. So they get stranded, and there's a lot, that's going on. There's also a wedding, but like, so I liked reading a book from a Muslim author with like a Muslim theme and everything, but there were like some things that bothered me so much. Like either it's you trying to like fit in to the non-Muslim standards or the culture or something, and you're adding stuff that does not line up with Islamic teachings. Like you're having a wedding in Ramadan. Like, come on, bro. No one does that. And if it is a necessity, like you really need to get married, like you just have like the nikah. You don't go around having henna parties, mehendis, songs, dances and stuff. Like that is so wrong. Like there was a scene in this book where now she's explaining to her non-Muslim friend. She's like, oh yeah, so in Ramadan, guys pray Taraweeh, or they offer like prayers, after like we break our fast. So we sent the guys to do that while we're having a henna party back here, and we're dancing and singing and this and that. Like, bro, what? That's not how you educate people. So like that part really bothered me. I was like, okay, I cannot relate. But yeah, like things like that, they really annoy me. Like you cannot just like you at this point, I feel you have a responsibility to like portray the actual teachings and the actual Islam, as opposed to like these things that which isn't that common, unless I guess there might be some people who do this, but again, a lot of people, like out of respect, even if they aren't practicing, out of respect, they won't do such things, or at least someone in their family won't let them do them or whatever. But besides that, so like here I'm doing the review, right? Like rating, I mean. So characters were good, but there was like some characters which it was like, bro, like this is such a cheeky, like so fake, like the grandfather in here. Like, okay, he's supposed to be like how, but okay, he's supposed to be one of the biggest director of Bollywood, or he used to be the biggest director of Bollywood, and he knows like Shah Rukh Khan and Kalish Care or whatever, however you say his name, and like these big people, and he's like, oh, don't worry, I'll call them over for the wedding so they can perform. Like, bro, no. And okay, like even if you are, and then you're stranded, and then there's some other movie being shot like Hollywood, you don't just go up to them. Like, okay, you can go ahead and tell them, oh yeah, I was a Bollywood director, this and that. They're not gonna be like, oh yeah, come help me direct this movie. No one does this. this is all BS. It's too like daydreamy, like it's not real. Like sorry, but like his character was very cringe to me, and everything that happened like to him or because of him or around him, it was very like cringe worthy. Okay, like these things don't happen, and like you were just like blowing things out of proportion. And then like they're like sitting in Ramadan in the daytime watching movies the whole day, like Bollywood movies with like songs and stuff like this. Like, bro, what is going on? Anyways, I will move on. What else about this book bothered me? Oh, another reason this book was also kind of interesting is like while I was reading it, I was on a plane flight, right? So initially, or even like throughout the whole movie, like, so initially they get on a flight and then, you know, they get stranded. So like it's throughout the whole thing, like they're like, oh my God, when's our flight gonna be? When's our flight gonna be? So it was kind of relative, I guess, in that way. But yeah. Again, like being a Muslim, I felt like the writer has a responsibility because you are writing stuff that people are gonna read. And this book was actually in collaboration with a non-Muslim author as well. So like she knew that there were gonna be non-Muslims reading it. So this was like the perfect time to educate them with like actual stuff, you know, like facts. Like even if it is a fiction story, like you can make really good fiction stories which don't have to have haram stuff in it, you know what I mean? But yeah, moving on from that. So some of the lessons I guess that this book had, which were relative to my stickers, was okay. And this thing, like I really believe in this thing, that if something happens, like even if something bad happens or something stops you from something, you should just accept it and live that moment. Like you had plans, right? You have so many plans, and if those plans don't go the way that you planned or something happens and you just have to stop everything, like it's okay. Like for me, when that happens to me in real life too, I'm like, it's okay, I accept it, and then I'm like, okay, maybe it's meant for me to be as a break. Like maybe I just take break from planning all of this and going crazy and just, you know, live. So like they get stranded and everyone was like so worried about, oh no, we're stranded, the wedding, the holidays, this and that. But like this was a break for everyone. Like everyone could just chill. Like they know that nothing's in their hands, so you don't have to worry about it, you know. Like when you have solutions and when you have things that you can control, that's when you have to like keep thinking about them and stress over them. But when you know nothing's in your hand, you can be totally like stress free. So like that was one of the lessons in there which I was like, yes, I feel you. And also like another one is like a lot of the times we stop ourselves from doing things, thinking that others actually want us to not pursue them, or like they're kind of stopping us, but they're actually not stopping us. They don't say anything, but it's just like an unspoken, you know, limit. So we're limiting ourselves, and we should not do that. So if you do that, just take a moment and think about it. Like, are you actually being told not to do those things, or is there a reason, or are you just limiting your own self by your limiting beliefs, you know? Wow, it's already ending. I didn't even like finish all my thoughts. But yeah, here is my final spread. I added a few more stickers. I have some washi tapes in there. This owl washi tape is like one of my oldest washi tapes. I had it back when I was in Pakistan, 2015, I would say. Wow, yeah. But yeah, this is my reading journal review for this book. And I guess this month I have started a new one, by the way. That's by the same author. but we'll save that for the next video. Here's my final spread. You can see my stickers. And yeah, thanks for watching.